All right, we're here again. This is Talent of Exclusives, and your host, being Gagboyega, is here. Like you know, I don't do this alone. I'm here with a seasoned guest. The guest on the show today is a dramatist, just like me. Is a talkative, professionally, if you say, and also is into the entertainment industry. And one of the reasons why we are here is to tackle a notion, a worldwide notion that breathes in the minds of people. Church and entertainment has a thin line, and we are about to cross that line in the show today. Okay, the simple thing is, people who are entertainers find their way of coming into the church or coming into the religious organizations to pass their message. Likewise, religious organizations bring in these same entertainers to also pass the gospel. Now, how do we differentiate between gospel messengers or messengers who carry the gospel? Now, my guest is going to shed more light on that, though I'm going to disagree, because on my own part, I feel that the church, for example, is a sacred ground, and it's a holy ground wherein should be for worship. But when we now try to mix in secular entertainment, all in the name of gathering audiences or congregation, I think it's a line that has been crossed a long time ago. Do you agree with me?
The thing is, you're mixing it up.
Okay.
You understand? Okay, now all these so-called secular artists, they're not exactly going to the church to pass their message.
Really?
Okay, yes. Rather, the church is using them to pass their message.
So it is on the church, not on the entertainers?
No. You won't find a regular artist says, I want to go and I want to organize a show in the church. No. The church would rather have a program and invite an artist. Now, the goal is, after all, what we are trying to pass across in the gospel is to be able to tell the story of Jesus or the salvation of Jesus to as many people as you can, right?
Okay.
Now, so a church has its normal congregation, right? But you want to reach far more than that. So you actually need all the help you can get, so to speak. Now, my point is, the involvement of entertainment in any program is not to pass a message.
Okay.
It's to, I would say, is to get more audiences, one, and also to shake things up when things are getting boring.
But where I have a problem is, because this is a talent show,
Okay.
that the goal is to harness young potentials everywhere. Now, why can't the church groom these people in-house and make use of them in this so-called variety nights, in this so-called entertainment? Because, fine, we know that there are big names out there that you will have to call, and when people see those names on the poster, oh, I'm going for this show. Yes. But where I have a problem is, we have this passion of building young people everywhere. We have these people in the church. But because the church is, in a way, not recognizing them or not encouraging them, they now go outside to bring the secular people to pass the same message that people in the church can also do if they were given the chance.
Yes. Okay, now, the point I was trying to make was, bringing those people from outside into the church is not to pass a message. Okay? Now, if you're inviting me for a church program,
okay,
say an overnight event or a very long program,
okay,
now, I'm going to actually consider how interesting it's going to be for me. Now, like I said, you're actually trying to reach far more people than your regular audience. So if your goal is to just pass your message to your audience, you don't need to bring anybody from outside for that.
Okay.
That's why you have in-house artists, in-house comedians. They do that. Now, you can't bring in a band, for example, to come and lead worship. That's what your in-house people are for.
But I can, if we can remember vividly, there was a time when Korede Bello was invited to a church to sing Godwin during praise and worship session. Because Godwin, in context, is a gospel song. But Korede Bello is not a gospel artist.
Okay. Now,
That is the line I'm trying to, I don't know, understand.
we are still passing the same message. Do you understand now? The thing is, Godwin is not a praise and worship song.
Okay.
I think the message in Godwin is just to appreciate God
Okay.
for everything that He has done.
All right.
Now, for the things that He did for the artist in particular. Now, the thing is, you can't make that your lead song or a praise and worship song in a program. That's just because it's in between going
Like a special
secular
number.
and being gospel. Now, people in the church can relate to that. Do you understand? It's a more different thing. You can't bring a pastor into church to come and sing. That won't even go well. So there has to be a balance, or there has to be an in-between relationship. Now, any secular artist you're bringing into church won't just come to church and sing any house song.
Okay.
Have you seen a church program that would invite small doctor?
Okay, now my point is, okay, we are trying to educate the people right now.
Okay.
So, what is your advice to these religious organizations in grooming the people they have? Because in some episodes ago, when we were having this same talk, we talked about people who had spin-off from the church, yes, specifically from the choir. And today, there are big names out there. They have no connection with gospel.
Wait, actually, those people made a choice.
Based on how the church treated them.
No, based on what they think they want and they are not getting from the church.
What do you think they want?
Have you met Frank Edwards?
1 out of 1,000.
How many thousands of secular artists that are out there that don't even have a name or a record? Now, everyone have to fight for their survival. Now, it doesn't matter where your audience is or what stage you're on. Any stage that you are on, you should be able to grab your opportunity. Now, maybe those artists that you're referring to, I'm sure they have their reason for doing other things than what they came up from.
Okay.
Right? But I would say it's always been in them all along. Now, we have Tope Alabi.
Okay.
Tope Alabi is an artist that would lead any part of a session in a church.
But she has her
And
own
she still
section
have-
of audiences.
She still have that audience that you're looking for.
Yes.
You're inviting me to a church now, and I'm seeing the Tope Alabi on call. Wow. I know that I'm in for a fantastic worship period.
Yeah.
So I want to go. At least I want to be there when she's ministering. Now, also you can't bring in some different artists. Like I said, there has to be a balance. Now, like I said, the motive of entertainment is, or so-called entertainers that you're bringing from outside, secular entertainers, is to expand your audience and shake things up when things are getting a little boring.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now we have in-house artists or performers also.
Okay.
Those people also come into play. You can't see a church program or a crusade that would be solely based on a secular gospel or secular artist.
All right.
At most you will find this 2 or just 1. It's
My
just-
my
it's
own
just a
my own
special appearance.
concern is, how do the people in the religious organization who grew up in the religious organization, how do they grow? Because it's as if it's just like football. We have 23-man lists that went for the World Cup, and some people never even came onto the field because there were some names that will always go to the field. Whether they perform or they don't perform,
No.
they will always go to the field.
No, because those names, they took their opportunities when they had it.
If you don't give these people opportunities, how would you know what they can do? That
Now,
is
the
my
thing
point.
is, you don't just hand anything over to anyone. Now, if I have a content that I want to pass across, I have a song that I think this song will help me would help people to be in a more worship mode.
Okay.
Like this song is so praising Jesus that I want people to also learn from, and also to increase my popularity. What do you
Okay.
think I would do? Now, I'm not going to be in my house and the church would call me. Alpha, do you have any song for us this Sunday, or would you like to minister today? Come on, step up.
So they
You
have
don't
to
have to expect something in return.
they have
Now,
to
the
show
thing
what
is,
they have.
yes, you have to show this. That's why it's called a talent. There's nothing hidden. If it's hidden, it's not a talent. You have to show what you have, and by showing what you have, people would recognize what you have shown, and that would call for appreciation. Now, all the likes of Frank Edwards, Dr. Alabi, and the likes, if they don't show promising content, if they don't show very good content, yes, you come and you sing, you show us what you have. People will just like, who is this one again? Just do and come and go. That's just it. Just do and leave.
So it boils down on the person carrying the talent
Exactly.
to be creative.
You have to give us something that is worthy to listen to or to come back to.
Okay. All right.
There are other secular artists out there too that doesn't even make a name for themselves. You see them come and go. They just sing one song and then they just leave. They're not just going to live on a song forever. They're not just going to live on a particular mode of worship forever.
All right. Guys, you've just listened to Abiola Ojikutu. He likes to go by the name Weng. That is AKA Weng. Yes, he has given us a point that...
Weng is actually a real name. So
oh, it's your real name.
Yes,
It's not your AKA. So what's your AKA?
I don't have any.
Really? Okay. So his name is Abiola, his name is Ojikutu, and his name is Weng. So you can choose anyone you want to call him. And he has given us a notion today that it's not just about belonging to a religious organization. You have to show what you have for people to recognize you and bring you to the podium.
Exactly.
I think that's your point.
That's my point. And also, it's not the artist using the church to pass their message. Rather, it's the church using this artist
To pass.
the message.
So it boils down
And
on the
also
artist, not the church.
To bring in more congregations. Now, it's not on the artist, it's on the church.
All right.
So the church, unless the church now goes extreme and bring in, you understand, but basically, it's on the church.
All right. So 3 things to upcoming people out there, people that are looking up and they're like, I'm just tired. I have this thing and I don't know how to come out. I don't know how to show my talent. People are already there. How do I overtake them? How do I come out? So what are the 3 advices you have for thespians out there?
First of all, the moment you're thinking you're tired, you're already out of the game.
Okay.
You can't be tired and move further. A vehicle that doesn't have a fall doesn't reach its destination.
Okay.
So you can't be tired, and you can't hide what you have. You have to go there to show what you have. Be consistent about it.
Okay.
Do you understand? And also, you need to know what you are doing.
Be
Are
good at
you-
what you are doing and be sure of yourself.
Are you a gospel artist, or you just want to be singing gospel songs occasionally? Do you understand? Or you just have to know what you're doing. You have to know, this is who I am. This is the line I'm going to. You are not going to see Frank Edwards or a Dr. Alabi sing anything outside worship or praises. So you just have to know, this is what I am, and I have to be the best at this. And also, like every other advice, you pray.
Pray for Nigeria, as we all know, and pray for yourself as well. It's a wonderful episode, and I hope you learned a lot. And if you have your comments, or if you have something that you want to ask our guests, or you have something that you have burning in your heart about your talent and you don't know how to exhibit it, just comment in the section below, like our page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also subscribe to our channel, Talent Hub Exclusives, on YouTube. We are always there to pick your call. We are always there to respond to your comments. Thank you for watching. My name remains Benga Boyega.